Hey guys, welcome to my Minecraft Better Than Adventure slash beta 1.7.3 world. I decided I wanted to turn this into kind of a series for you guys, and I figured the best way of starting that off, since as you can see in the top left, we are starting on day 85, the best way to begin is by kind of giving you guys a little bit of a world tour. So this is my temporary house that I'm living in right now. Later on in the tour, I will show you where I plan on building a more permanent residence. But this is just the little tiny box that I built for myself, where I keep all of my goods for the moment. It's roughly organized. This is the general bullshit chest still, though. So for those of you who know a lot about Better Than Adventure, here's what my inventory looks like. I don't know very much about this mod pack yet, and I'm excited to kind of play through it with you guys. But this is the outside of my house. I did put in this little chair so I can kind of look around. That's a bit of a sneak peek of where I want to live eventually. But let's start with my most recent semi-finished build, actually, which is right off the dock here. So it makes it a decent place to begin. Plus, it doesn't really connect to anything else at the moment, so might as well start with it. It is an attempt at a lighthouse. Due to how small this area is, I didn't really think it would be great to put a giant lighthouse here. So I've made kind of a small one, which makes it look a little bit meh. Like, I don't think it's too bad. My grandmother always really liked lighthouses. She had a whole room in her house that was called the lighthouse room because all of the decorations and stuff were kind of ocean themed and lighthousey. Um, so this is kind of like in line with that. I think it's good enough for what it is, a very short lighthouse for a pretty small stretch of water here, really. I do need to wrap a little bit more sand around it and kind of create a bit of an artificial island. Give it something for the lighthouse to be guarding against. But I'm not displeased with it, and it has given me some ideas for bigger lighthouses in the future. Over there somewhere, there's a place for that. But after I built this little house, a creeper blew up this bit of the beach, so I started terraforming pretty much immediately in this direction. This is just kind of a boardwalk thing. It's sort of the main focus of this build at the moment, though eventually the actual main focus is going to be on expanses of farms. The practical purpose of this is obviously to light the area up. I get a lot fewer monsters around here now, which is nice. Otherwise, my mine is right there, and my farms are right there, so it's just a convenient little house area. I started building this, sort of a secondary house, essentially building this for my daughter, even though she doesn't play this with me directly, but it was a house built within her, color preferences and her palette options. So I'll expand on this at some point. I gotta finish up, put another one of these right there and add more flowers and a bed and stuff like that. But for now, it's pretty good. Just gonna bring this with me. Gotta put this by the dock. I keep forgetting that it's in there. So, we'll leave that there for the moment. The boardwalk continues around here. I put in this nice big staircase. I really like slabs used like this. Oh, I must have knocked that one down while I was building the roof of my daughter's house, but I'll fix that later. It's fine. But I like these sort of big slab staircases. They're not real staircases, and they're very much like a Minecraft thing. I feel like this would be a real health hazard in real life, but in Minecraft it works great. I put these crafting benches around for just an accent, essentially to break up the sea of brown. I love this color of wood, but having the crafting benches occasionally kind of breaks it up, same with the leaves, of course. But also because it's nice to have crafting benches everywhere you go. Got little flowers here, of course. I just recently put this bridge in. I kind of like it as a very simple bridge design. It's kind of nice. I actually sort of like that it goes up so high here. Let you peek over the fence, otherwise you'd be trying to peer through the holes. But this is where it ends currently. The only thing over here so far is my sheep. Hey sheep. I just named them all sheep because they're not people. They do not have rights yet. But I needed the wool for the lighthouse, so I don't fully understand all of the animal mechanics yet, but I did figure out that sheep will follow you if you hold a piece of grass in your hands. And I knew that if you name tag an animal, they don't despawn. So that is why they are named sheep, and that is how I got them all in one place. From here, I think the lighthouse looks pretty good. Looks better kind of the further away you get, and actually, you know what, let's go over here first and I'll show you that. Oh, there's this little mini dock as well. I don't know if I'm going to continue stuff that way, or if this is going to be the end of it yet. Despite this being day 85, I haven't done a ton of building yet. I've been taking it slow, doing a lot of like mini terraforming and exploring, and just figuring out how this mod works, since all of this is still very new to me. And I don't fully understand all of it. I moved my boat down to where the bridge is, that little inlet there, because if I leave it here, sheep or cows or pigs will spawn, and they'll walk over here and they'll basically see the boat and be like, fuck this, I hate this, and kick it into the distance. And I'd have to swim halfway across the ocean just to get my boat. But let's go into photo mode here, and you can see most of what I've built. You can see all the trees I've planted there. We've got some paths going out. I'll show you where those go soon enough. But I think from this point of view, the lighthouse looks really good, and the boardwalk and everything has a very nice kind of aesthetic to it. It needs to continue probably at least up and around here, maybe. We'll see. And I need way more wheat fields. Eventually, a lot of these trees are going to get cut down and replaced with fields of wheat and some pumpkins. We'll go up and look at those when we look at the mine here in a second, but it's nice to get this bird's eye view of things. And I will also note, I really like how things look in this version at night. It's very moody. It's well lit in this area, especially, but the further away you get, the fewer lights there are. It's nice. Like it. Big fan. So, let's head up this way. We can look at the farms real quick. This is all I have for the pumpkin farm right now. You may have noticed I really like pumpkins as a lighting option. So I'm going to have to expand on this pretty significantly here soon. Same with the wheat, mostly because I need a lot of bread and cookies. Cookies are kind of the main thing I eat. I'm going... Hey, is that a wolf? No. Okay. I'm going to have to get a lot more of both types of food, pumpkins and wheat, so that I can fill every base all over the world. I don't have a ton yet, but I do have one other actual base that we have to boat to. I'll show you that later, of course. But this is all I've got for wheat so far. It's been a lot of terraforming to get everything... Well, not like a lot. It's been a little bit of terraforming to get everything exactly how I want it to be. Leather is good. Leather armor is very valuable in this version. Not only does it give me this crazy high fall resistance, but it's cheap and easy to get and doesn't require a ton of mining. But that is the farms. Nothing too exciting yet, but we can go in here into the mine. I love this area. I really like the cobble with the spruce logs, how dark they are compared to the pale cobble, mixed with the kind of recessed pumpkin lighting is nice. It looks really good with fast graphics turned on as well, but I do kind of like being able to see them. Got this funky door that I like. Auto closes. Love that. This area is just sort of sealed off at the moment. It's pretty well lit, but just in case, I like to keep it extra sealed. We've got the Better Than Adventure signs here. Just kind of messing around with them. And of course, we got a little crafting bench right here. I like having crafting benches in most places. Through here, there is a spider spawner just around the corner. I don't know if I'm going to bother doing anything with that. I'm not sure how useful having an unlimited amount of string is in this version. but we'll see. We will see as we go forward. Down here is the mines. I have not done a ton of strip mining yet. You can see I didn't even pull this gold out of the wall yet. I just kind of dug a specific distance in each hole. This hole is marked because this is where I found my first diamonds, which I haven't used for anything. They're right here. We have enough for a pickaxe, and we probably will make a pickaxe, but I didn't want to do that until I started recording with you guys. I haven't gone down there or anything yet. As you can see, though, most of these have not even started yet. There has not been very much mining going on. But we do have a decent amount of stuff down here as well. Lots of redstone. Not sure how much I'll be doing redstone-related things. Again, I don't know much about Better Than Adventure. So, like, I do a little bit of redstone in the base game, especially 1.7. I think there's people above me. Man, that like stepping effect, that sounds very much like somebody mining. I'm going home. Anyway, general spookiness of old Minecraft aside, yeah, I don't know how much new redstone stuff there is, so I don't know if it'll be something that I want to experiment with more, or if it'll be too confusing for my tiny brain. Oh, I didn't point these out, though I'm sure people saw them. These are redstone jack-o'-lanterns, which they do give off a redstone signal, much like the redstone torch you used to craft them, and they also look kind of eerie, a little bit creepy, so I like them quite a bit. We'll sleep real fast, and then we will go and we will explore the 2 watchtowers, which are like 80% complete at the moment. One of the things I love doing in this game is kind of building not like one big mega base, but a sprawling series of smaller bases all over the world. So like this base is going to eventually be pretty much just for food production, right? And I'll probably eventually move the sheep somewhere else, further away that you have to boat to, and that'll be where the wool is produced. And over that way is where I get a lot of my cherry wood, and eventually probably just wood in general. I'll move the trees that I have here over there. But as part of this, I like to have some mini bases scattered around in the immediate area around my main base. And for now, this is my main base, even though it won't be for very long. So we have this watchtower. This is the close by one, because I intend to expand that base throughout this kind of valley area here. Maybe even build a canal between those 2 bodies of water. Let's get up here and I'll be able to show you more accurately. But this base in particular has a lot of importance in this immediate region, right? Because night falls pretty quick in this version, and it's pretty spooky. Like, I can't sprint, right? It's beta 1.7.3 rules, so no sprinting, no hunger, nothing like that. And I don't really want to be caught out and get bodied by like 6 creepers and a skeleton. Does this have anything in it? I don't think so. We'll leave. No, I'll leave that there. I'll deal with that later. You guys don't need to watch me inventory manage. So this is the watchtower. Alright. As you can see, we can come up here and we can overlook. We can see our base in the distance. We can see the lighthouse. If we kind of tilt our head, if you look right here, if we tilt our head, you can sort of see the vague outline of where our future main base is going to be. So this will be maybe not on the edge of our controlled territory, but it'll be kind of in the inner ring of that. So it will serve an important purpose for that reason. We can come over here, peek around this side. You can see in the distance over there, that watchtower is probably only like 60% complete, but we will go look at it anyway here in a few minutes. But we can see that one from here. We can see our main base from here. We've got a decent view of where the sun is at all times, although we have our clock, so that's not as important. But we can keep an eye on this bay as well, because we can come over here and behold, beautiful. My cat says hello. Yeah, we've got a good view of basically everything. You know, if we do put a canal right there, we'll be able to see anything that goes in and out. Obviously, nothing will, but, you know, from a world building perspective, it's fun to think about. We also can come up here to get more of a 360 view of everything, though up here can be kind of spooky just, you know, based on the fact that, well, one, apparently I didn't put torches up here like I meant to. Oops. Just do that right now. But also you can fall off a bit more easily, so there's that. That being said, it's a nice view. And the other purpose of watchtowers, as I spread them over the world, crafting tables, and emergency supply chests. Now these, because this one is so close to my base, it's not stocked yet. Actually, I don't think the other one is either. That is why I was expanding the wheat fields, in part, was so that I could have bread scattered over my world a bit more easily. I base these watchtowers loosely off of, what are they called? If I remember, I will put the name up, but it was an Incan style, like, watchtower slash warehouse building that they would store, you know, like weapons and stuff in, but also food and emergency equipment that they might need. And I got that idea from, you know, the real world and wanting to put those all over the world. So if somebody, me, or anybody else really were to get lost in this world and be coming back as night fell, they'd have a little stronghold to hide out in right there, right? Because, I mean, this is my max speed, right? This is all the faster I can go. If I was on that shore right there as the sun was setting, I could make it there without too many dudes getting me. But by the time I got here, there'd be 40 skeletons, 3 creepers, and 1,000 zombies trying to beat me to death. So, just better that I have these. And there will be more, like that big mountain in the distance you can't quite see, just the outline of it. There'll probably be one somewhere around there. And as I build outward, I'll just put more and more. Do we have time to make it to the other watchtower? Probably not. It's a bit of a walk. We can't get there and then back. But while we're here, I'll talk about the cocoa beans. I got these saplings from a dungeon. Thank you. And thus my cookie obsession began. See, the way that hunger works in this is it doesn't exist, but health does. And when you take damage and your hearts go down, they don't regenerate passively. You have to eat food to recover them. But what that means is that when you eat something like, say, a cooked pork chop or a piece of bread, it will recover multiple hearts, yes, but it will also... God damn it. It will recover multiple hearts, but it will take a couple seconds to do so. There we go. However, cookies, they only recover half a heart. And because of that, they do it instantly. So, having a ton of cookies around, plus you can carry 16 of them, which is functionally 8 hearts. And you get a lot of cocoa beans. It's basically, I can almost instantly heal myself for 8 hearts whenever I take a bunch of damage. The only downside of these trees is, I had 4 saplings, I planted 1, and when I cut it down, I did not get any saplings from the leaves. So it seems like it's kind of rare to get those saplings back, and I don't know if there's any other way to get them than in dungeons. I assume they spawn in warmer climates, but if you couldn't tell from all the spruce trees around, I'm not in a warmer climate. And the only other downside of them is, much like every other tree, really, which I'll talk about those in a second, these only grow during certain seasons, which is summer. Although we're now in fall, so I don't think they will grow any more cocoa beans. They just had the leftovers that I hadn't yet collected from summer. These are cherry trees, obviously turning brown and orange and yellowy because of the season. But wherever there are those flowers, they will grow cherries during spring. Cherries are a decent food source, but they only stack to 2, so I don't personally fuck with them too much. I mostly eat cookies because it's just wheat and cocoa beans. Nice and easy. But I will not complain about getting pork chops and stuff as well. So it's almost night. Was there anything else I should show you here? I think that's just about everything. I will show you where my boat is, I suppose. I don't think I showed this too much. It's just a nice, simple, come down here. If you park like this, when you get off the boat, you automatically jump onto the land, which is very handy. So I'll finish smoothing out this inlet area here. Might keep some of the beach as beach. I haven't decided yet. Is that a wolf over by my sheep? Hello. Let's double check that. I haven't seen any wolves spawn near my sheep. But I'm nervous, because I know that the wolves will kill the sheep. 100%. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. The boat mechanics in this are way better than in Beta 1.7. If you guys remember, just like trying to park a boat in 1.7 would cause it to explode into sticks. Not so much now, though it will still break under certain circumstances. It's a lot harder to do so. This mod pack / overhaul, whatever you want to call it, it has done a lot of good when it comes to balancing out mechanics that needed fixing or smoothing out, combined with keeping a lot of stuff the same, you know, not losing the core of what makes Minecraft fun, as well as this version of Minecraft specifically enjoyable. But night has fallen. We will sleep. And then we will head out immediately for the other base. And we'll follow the path here. The paths are not 100% complete, but they do take you where you need to go, at least. They just, I would like them to be a bit safer. It's kind of my thought process. This watchtower over here, I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to do anything with this area. I do want to put like a little cottage near this little lake, because I think this is very cute. This is a nice little area. But I don't know if I'm going to do anything else. So this watchtower might end up being one of the ones that is kind of permanently on the frontier, as it were. It will always be in an area that is not 100% safe, which will inflate its importance a little bit, in a good way, I think. So this watchtower has a very different design from the other one, but keeps with the, you know, spruce logs and cobble vibe. I mixed in a little bit of smooth stone, and I was experimenting with giving some depth using stairs. We can see from here the other watchtower, which is really nice. I like that. We can't really see anything. Oh, we can see the top of the lighthouse, actually. That's new. I haven't been over here since I finished that lighthouse. That's really cool to me, actually. But beautiful view over in this area. Again, not sure if I'm going to do a ton of building over here. It looks really cool, but it looks really cool naturally, so I don't know if I have much to add to it. There will probably be some other watchtowers, maybe one where those birch trees are, probably one on that gigantic mountain back there. Maybe one over in that area, or on that hill or something, I'm not sure. But the reason I said this one's only 60% is because I do want to bring this staircase down and build a little like mini watchtower on that floating island. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, though. I've just kind of left that there until I feel like working on it. But even with that not quite being finished, we still have, you know, the 3 different direction views. We have a little bit of bread and some basic building materials in here. We can come up here, get a view of this area. Again, can't see a whole lot of our home base. We can see the top of the bridge and the lighthouse, but still overlooks a good bit of space between the watchtower, the other watchtower, and the main base. So, and when we get up this high, it's pretty good. We can see quite a bit. You can see, for whatever reason, that ice there did not melt when winter ended. I don't know if it's because I just haven't gone near it for long enough or what, but let's go into photo mode again so that I can show you guys. It's built completely off the edge of the cliff. However, I have not yet like terraformed this area to make it look a little bit more natural, or maybe even unnatural if I want to give it like supports or something, which I might end up doing. It still looks very cool though, just hanging out over the cliff like that. And yeah, there's a good view from kind of a different angle of my island, I guess you could call it. It's pretty big, but we'll see if we can fill it up. I put pressure plates on the inside of all of my doors. It's something I've done in Minecraft since forever. It's too convenient for me to not do it at this point. I like that watchtower though. The roof is very flat, but I don't mind that for the watchtower designs. I think that kind of, it gives them a sort of vaguely militaristic air, which I like. I've watched quite a bit of beta Minecraft content recently, and I think it's interesting how many people in beta Minecraft get this vibe that the game is sort of about conquest in a weird sort of way. Like, it's not military conquest, obviously, because you're just one guy. But it's still a conquest of the natural world, of sort of the untamed wilderness, right? And I think that's interesting, and I get the appeal a little bit. I mean, like I just said, I do have these pseudo-militaristic watchtowers built around my world. So, like, I get it. It's a dangerous world, and you want to be protected from that. But to me, that idea of the like the militant parts needs to be balanced with this sort of pastoral, more peaceful side of Minecraft as well, to have a world that feels very coherently Minecraft, if that makes sense. You know, like there's no point in all these cool military bases if you don't have a farm to protect, right? You know, like a sword is what's the Lord of the Rings quote? It's like, you know, I don't love the sword for its sharpness. I love only what it protects, something like that. It's a bit melodramatic for a Minecraft video, all right, but like, you know, we're talking philosophy here. So I spawned over that hill, not too far away, and I came down. You can see I marked where I got some stuff there. I was originally going to hide in there for the night. That's why it's got the 3 torches marked there. But then I ended up having more time than I thought I would. So I ran over to that island and ended up just kind of settling down there. But this is what attracted me to this seed in the first place. When I found this is when I knew I would want to stay here and keep this seed. Hey, look at me. Adorable. This is a giant floating... I mean, it's not actually floating. Let me tilt here. I'm not super good with these controls yet. You can see it's connected here. If we circle around, it's connected there. But it is mostly floating. Let's get... There we go. And it has this really cool shape, you know, two parts that go up with this big dip in between them. We've got this big chunky area here, and then like a full-on open void here, just straight down to the ground. I think that's really cool. So the plan is cut it off from the mainland, terraform this back to look more natural, which shouldn't be too hard, and cut it off at the base as well so that it is fully floating, and then do the classic beta Minecraft move of building a castle here. Look at that, like, super square, well, rectangular hole there. I almost thought that was a dungeon for a second. But I don't know what else I want to build. This is the main focus, right? All the stuff I'm doing over here is to collect resources to build that castle. So soon I'm going to start mass mining and probably mass smelting cobblestone up. And we'll get to work on it. Looks really cool. I like it from this angle. but from the other side it looks even cooler in my opinion. Now we're going to head out to the other small base that I have. This is like, there's almost nothing to show you guys here, but I want to be very thorough because this video is not just for you guys, it's also for me. I want to be able to look back on these videos and be like, oh man, you know, a couple weeks ago, this is how far I was, and now I've built so much more. So, because days are pretty short, and there's no sprinting or anything, I don't love being out at night, obviously. And as part of that, even more than not wanting to be out at night, I also like to have a place to bunk down for the evening, right? So to that end, I came here. This biome is a seasonal forest. It's where cherry trees naturally spawn. You can tell I used cherry trees for all of this, basically. But I wanted a place to get cherry trees, and I was thinking that this would be a good place to just put my lumber mill, basically. So I'm probably going to build something small around here and probably put a watchtower up on one of those big hills there. We'll see. But this area acts as sort of an adventure jumping off point, right? If I want to go and explore, I come here, I've got a bed here, so I can set my spawn point and sleep whenever night falls. I've got basic equipment, lots of cherries for food, and some other random stuff. I can, if I want to, not even prepare for an adventure. I can just come here, grab stuff from there, and then just take off in a direction. It is my home away from home currently, though eventually I will probably expand on it and make it a bit better. It's all very temporary for now. But there's not a whole lot else here in terms of things that I've built. I did find in that direction a zombie spawner in a little mini dungeon. Well, sort of like a vanilla dungeon. That was pretty cool. And in that direction, I actually recorded it, so maybe I'll show a little bit of footage right now of me finding it. I found a big dungeon over there. I don't think it's worth looking at right now, because we will find other ones together. This is a world tour, not like a Let's Play video. I will, however, be making this into a periodic sort of Let's Play, not really. I got inspired by what Mongster's doing with his Alpha series on his secondary channel, where he plays Alpha Minecraft and just kind of vibes, you know? He doesn't record every single thing he does in the world necessarily. He edits it down, and he just keeps it loose and relaxed. I kind of want to do something like that, but for Better Than Adventure. So that's what we're going to be doing starting next episode. And, you know, like every month or so, I'll do another one of these world tours where we look at all the stuff that we've built, or that I've built, and we see kind of how we're doing and how progress is going. I think that's just about it. I will sleep as soon as it is physically possible for me to do so. We'll head back home, and I'll let you guys go. Like I said, there will be more of this content, and most of it will be me actually playing Better Than Adventure. I will try to keep my long explanations of mechanics and stuff down to, maybe not a minimum, but I'll try and keep it down a little bit, because I imagine a lot of people who are going to be watching this are people who have either played a lot of Beta 1.7, or people who have played a lot of Better Than Adventure. And both of you groups of people are going to know, you know, a lot about how the game works. But those of you who have played Beta but not Better Than Adventure will probably be curious about a lot of these mechanics, and there will still be new people who show up from time to time who just, you know, want a basic rundown of how things work. So, for you guys, I will absolutely be providing at least some explanation. It just won't be super in-depth. If you guys want me to do guides and stuff on the Better Than Adventure mechanics and whatnot, I'm happy to do that. But that would be its own series for sure. let's get on in here. Back up the boat. Come on. Perfect. Perfect. And with that, I think we are done for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this world tour. And... oh god, why did I do that? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this world tour. And I will see you in the next one. Hopefully. Peace.